But amid all this, it is China's Galwan lies that have been busted yet again, and this time of hiding its mammoth Galwan death toll. An Australian report has claimed that the People's Liberation Army of China lost at least 9 times more soldiers than they gave the official account of 4 in the Galwan 2020 clash. According to this new report, at least 38 Chinese troops possibly drowned while they were crossing a fast-flowing river in darkness, and added to that the bone-chilling cold. This after they were chased by the Indian troops from Galwan. Take a look at this very important story.
The face of raw courage. The unparalleled valor of the Indian Army braves pushing back Chinese soldiers transgressing in Galwan in June 2020. The unprecedented clash after Chinese deceit and treachery. But now, nearly 2 years later, an Australian paper has claimed that the Chinese army losses at this high-altitude valley in Ladakh were much higher. As much as 9 times higher than what was claimed by Beijing. The investigative report has claimed a large number of Chinese troops, as many as 38 or more, drowned crossing the Galwan River at an altitude of over 14,000 feet in Ladakh.
They've come forward and said 4 people, or they've awarded 4 people medals posthumously. But now it's emerged, this report has emerged, suggesting it's much, much higher. Around 38. There are varying reports, but 38 seems to be the popular number, yes.
The report, quoting extensively from now deleted Chinese social media handles and web reports, has claimed evidence has emerged that strongly suggests there were 2 separate but similar clashes that occurred just over a week apart. The report says China's casualties extended well beyond the 4 soldiers named by Beijing.
The Chinese government has censored it, has been taking down reports from the internet, and even arresting one journalist for reporting the fact that the death toll was much higher than the 4 alleged by the Chinese government.
The report claims many Chinese soldiers were killed attempting to cross back over the fast-flowing Galwan River in the early stages of June 15th and 16th battle. China confirmed that 1 soldier, Junior Sergeant Wang Zhuoran, reportedly drowned, but the remaining 3 soldiers, PLA Battalion Commander Major Chen Hongjun, Private Chen Xiangrong, and Junior Sergeant Xiao Xion, were killed by Indian forces. The Australian report claims that China tried to dismantle a temporary bridge that Indian soldiers had erected to cross a stream over the Galwan River on May the 22nd.
Why China wants to hide all this is because its propaganda amongst its own people is that China is a very powerful nation and all nations are scared of it, and Chinese soldiers are invincible. In the actual fact, Chinese soldiers are conscripted. They are not voluntary like in the Indian soldiers, and we have seen videos of many soldiers crying and weeping when they were being sent to the Ladakh area in the front lines. And this is what is the fact of China.
The report goes on to say that on May the 22nd, Indian soldiers led by Colonel Santosh Babu, commanding officer of the 16th Bihar, built the temporary bridge to monitor Chinese activities. On June the 6th, Chinese soldiers tried to dismantle the bridge. 80 Chinese soldiers came, the report says, to dismantle the bridge, and 100 Indian troops were there to defend it. A decision was taken on both sides to dismantle the temporary infrastructure. While India adhered to the commitment, China did not. When Indian soldiers went to monitor developments, that's when the clash began. What the Australian report does is prove that China has hoodwinked its public, the families of its soldiers, and the world. China claimed only 4 soldiers died in the Galwan Valley, but this Australian report says it could be closer or even more than 38. Bureau Report, India Today.